All right, Unit 5, Opinion and Persuasive Writing. Let's get started. So this one, again, here's an overview of what that unit's going to look like. No changes in this, but if you haven't read it yet, take a look at it. Like I said, it's always a good idea for me to go back and look at it, kind of refresh my memory. Routines are not going to be any different. So we have our mini lesson status class if you need it. Writing time, 20 minutes. Sharing time, about 10. Materials list there as well. You also may want to remember about those procedure checks. Again, don't get bogged down in if you're noticing, gosh, you know what, my whole class is a mess when it comes to, working quietly. And maybe you need to have a full 5 to 10 minute lesson on, what it sounds like when we're working quietly. Don't try to do that on top of your mini lesson. If you decide that's what you need to do, slide that in, and let that be the focus of your mini lesson for the day. Otherwise, 1 or 2 sentences. If it's more than 1 or 2 sentences, it's not a procedure check. It's a whole mini lesson, and dedicate time so that you make that successful. One thing that I notice is anytime I start to find myself getting really frustrated because things aren't going the way that I want them to go, it's a little tap on my shoulder that says, you know what, Deedee, you need to reteach that. So just remember, when you find yourself getting frustrated, it might be a reteaching. Nobody wants to be the teacher who's losing her mind, right? So make that be a planned reteaching versus, you losing your mind. We don't want to have that happen. Life is too short for that. Okay, here are your mentor texts for these lessons. Some really fun, persuasive lessons and books that you can use there. So go ahead and check those out. Now is the time for you to swap out those writing goals for your chart. Same there. Same with that continuum. If you didn't grab a mid-year writing sample last month, now is a good time to do it. Just grab a sample. You can make the writing prompt anything that you want to, but it's just always a good idea to get a mid-year example. Here are your lessons. Again, 20 days. And this is where you're going to look at your first lesson. So persuasive and opinion texts. This is where we're going to start working on those lessons here. I've added a few ideas there to give you an idea of different types of things that students might put under persuasive and opinion writing. So at home, what kinds of things could they be trying to persuade someone? Well, staying up later is a good one. Being able to stay out, stay at so-and-so's house alone, or stay home alone. Going to having an allowance, or at home having a pet. At school, maybe convincing somebody they don't need any homework, or convincing somebody to read a book, or to have a movie day instead of working all day. So keep an eye out. These are just some ideas to kind of brainstorm. So sometimes teachers kind of at times would have a little bit of trouble going like, wait, what kind of persuasive text should we have them work on? So this will just give you some ideas and then let you guide them so that you can create a class co-created anchor chart so that they have something that they can go and look at. Again, we also have some graphic organizers that students are going to be using so that we can work on multiple paragraphs within a text. So you will find these planning pages in the anchor chart file. So keep an eye out for those. Let me see if there's anything else in here that you need to keep an eye out for. Remember, we have some new lead sentences, so keep an eye out for those. I've given some examples of what it looks like when you have filled in that planning. So hopefully that's supportive for you. And we also have those final few units, final few days in the unit where you'll have an opportunity to reteach. Again, they'll select one piece to make it better. Bring the rest of the pages to you. You'll put it together into one particular stack. Make sure they hand it to you nice and neat. Put the parent letter, send it home, work on publishing. On day 19, work on making one piece better. And then on day 20, you're going to be celebrating it and adding pieces to the writing portfolio. I told you we were going to go quicker. I know at this time of the year, you're like, please don't make me listen to that woman ramble on. So hopefully that helps you, and you have a great month.